Alright guys, so Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House coming back at you. I'm in my dad's storage trailer, and this is the gutters I've made out of that 3-inch ABS cell core. Now one of these I must have had a stroke when I was cutting, because we're way off the mark here. So luckily I have the glue, and I'm gonna glue this back together and then tape that so it's a lot tighter, and hopefully that ABS glue seals that up, because can't have that or this piece is no good. So I'm just gonna pour the glue to this thing and then squeeze it in with tape, and hopefully, and I'll seal it maybe a couple times in on the inside as well, but nice and smooth on the inside of these things. For this part's kind of rough, but what I did was I took one of these what are they called? Shit. Hangers, and I scraped the edges of all of those pipes all the way along. So this is the only one I screwed up on. I don't know why the blade wandered like that, but there you go. So I'm gonna try to fix this up with some glue, and I'll be back here shortly and show you what happened. Alright guys, so I put some glue on this guy, and I have it sealed up with some aluminum tape to hold it in tight for me, because I couldn't find some vice grips. But it looks like the glue is penetrated down that crevice there, and should get that thing glued back into shape. I'm just gonna leave this be for the entire time I'm working out here. Hopefully I don't move it. I gotta pull a ladder out, and then I'm gonna go up here to the tiny house, show you what's going on here. Right here is where my first piece is gonna go, on the other side of this running light, and I need to put a cap on here as well to stop the water from coming out this way, because all the water flow is going to be going down that way towards the IBC totes that are in the back end of this tiny house trailer. So we'll see you there in a bit. Wow guys, I just went up the ladder with the this is the end cap for the 3-inch. I thought I was gonna have to cut this, but no, the 3-inch fits perfectly in the space where the gutter's going. So that's a huge win, because not only do I need to fit that in there, but I need to fit a couple couplings in there as well that joins the pipe together, which means I don't have to cut those couplings or this end cap. And probably we'll see about the 90-degree drop on the end of this thing, how that works out, but we'll get there when we get there. But that's pretty sweet. So I don't have to mess with that. I can actually glue that on my very first piece, which is pretty sweet. And I can probably do that today. I'll probably end up using this crappy piece first that I glued, that I had I don't know how I screwed up that cut, had a stroke or something. I'm gonna glue this end cap on the end of this thing. I gotta clean up the end, it's a little dirty though, first. And then that piece will be ready to put up. And I'll be only doing one piece at a time, guys, because it's just me out here. I can't hold two lengths up in the air and a drill and screws at the same time. I don't have 4 arms. So that's the plan. And I don't have the tripod outside. It's in the tiny house. Don't really want to go through trekking through the mud here for that, but I'll just do a handheld mode. So yeah, I'm gonna start gluing the end cap onto this piece. That'll be my first piece gonna go up, and should be good. See you guys later. Alright guys, so I got this glued on, but not without issue, not without a hitch. So right here, when I put it on, I had to add a lot more glue than normal. And then while it was on, I had to put pressure on the end here, and I took my hands and pulled out the pipe a bit to reshape it back to its normal shape of 3-inch diameter, because when I cut it to make the gutter, obviously that changes things, right? So you can see, maybe, there we go, good camera, that I got it pretty much sealed up, other than I may have to apply more glue to this end before putting it up on the outside to fill in that gap on the nasty there. But if I turn it this way, we'll see, because this is the direction it's actually going to be sitting. As long as this part is sealed where the water can't escape, then I'm okay with that. You guys see where the glue peeks through there when it got crushed together? As long as that stays sealed in there, then we shouldn't have any water escaping the gutters, and the water should be going to where we want it to go, which is the main point. So obviously not the prettiest piece of gutter in the world, but again, this is DIY, low budget, and I priced out conventional gutters. No, it's not gonna happen with that kind of money. And with this one, I know I bought gutter guard and stuff already for conventional gutters, but I didn't know conventional gutters are so expensive. And this is a little bit more sturdy, and the water is going to be filtered anyway, and not drinking water, guys. This is going to be, obviously, you know, this will be for bathing and stuff. This is the same piece I glued fixed up the incident with the bad cut job by yours truly. So it looks like it's sealed up fairly well. I've been moving it around a bit just to see what happens, and it looks from the inside, looks fairly good. While I'm here, I may just run some, if I keep it like this, actually I won't pressure on there too much because it is hanging over the end of the trailer. I may put a little dab of glue across that seam just to ensure totally that this thing's sealed. So I'll do that now, and then I'll get back to you guys. Well guys, it turned out to be almost a good day. I almost got something done. I went to screw up the gutter system into the tiny house, and I ran into issues. Those roofing screws that come with the washers, they are not self-tapping. So I got a drill bit and pre-drilled the holes. I then go to drill them in, and it's just issue after issue. The heads are ripping off. They're garbage. So what I'm going to do, I think they're meant to go through really thin metal and wood, and that's about it, because they're for the metal roofing. So what I'm going to go do, I'm going to have to round up 1-inch long galvanized self-tapping screws in order to get this project done. And now I'm going to steal the washers off of the washer rubber setup off of the roofing screws and put them on the galvanized screws that I need to pick up in order for this to work. And I'm also putting silicone on the holes before I drill them, or before I put the screws in. That way we're good to go. So yeah, a little bit of a nightmare going on here. Also I gotta get an impact drill gun, because that is the ideal gun in order for me to put these things up. So today's pretty much pooched. They're calling for more rain again. It looks like crap out here. I don't know if you can see it. They're telling me more storms coming. So I almost got stuff done. I'm gonna take you up there and show you what is going on before I head out. So we'll see up on the roof. Alright guys, so this is where I've siliconed everything so far, and this is where the gutter is gonna go. I already took the pipe down, put it away for today, and I siliconed the holes that I pre-drilled with the 35-year acrylic latex crap. These are the screws I'm talking about. And they're fairly long. When I drilled this hole out here, it's fairly thick. I'm gonna say it is a good quarter-inch thickness of metal. That's aluminum. That's pretty heavy gauge stuff. So when I downgrade to 1 inch, it should make life a hell of a lot easier. And plus these aren't self-tapping, so we got issues with that. So if I go to about 1 inch, which is about that much, it will pull in tight and we won't have issues. So that's the idea, guys. So, and oh, let me show you. Here's what I look like. I'm laying against, it's so tight in between their trailers, if you can see this. My body is laying against my dad's trailer, the orange one, and I'm standing vertical on a ladder you're not supposed to be doing that on. But because I have support on my back, it's safe, somewhat. So I'm able to climb up all the way to the top of the roof. Well, I'm not right on the roof because I need to be working right here. This is where the groove is for the gutter to run all the way down there to the back of the trailer. And there is the middle guy, which I need to rip off. That's the only guy that's going to be in our way. Because I'm not going down the full length here. And if you guys can see, that down in this groove is where all the water collects, and that's going to change once I get the gutters up here. So hopefully you guys have a better idea what I'm doing, and I'm going to get off the ladder, bring some crap down, and go from there. Oh, also broke one of my pilot bits. Yeah, so that was just fun. So yeah, I'm out of options for today. Really sucks. I would have liked to get the first piece up anyway, but not today. So we'll see you on the next one.